Hey there, beautiful people. Whew. March 14th. How is my arrogance preventing me from learning? The opposite of ego is humility. It is when we practice humility that the notion that we don't know and have an answer for everything, we are open and willing to recognize our own flaws and weaknesses. When we are aware of our flaws and weaknesses, they lose their power over us, giving us the opportunity to learn and grow from them. Taking my beliefs as absolute truth, taking my attitudes, my habits as the be-all and end-all, limits my learning potential. What I believe is an illusion in my own mind. I must remain open-minded and willing to see a broader perspective. So, this is a big one. This popped up on social media yesterday, where a friend of mine, an acquaintance, posts. He runs a gym also, and he posts on there about how he's cleaned the gym and how he's never above cleaning his own gym. And to me, that was the complete opposite of humility. That was pure ego, because of the simple fact that humility is done behind closed doors. It's something that, if it's truly humble, it's something that you don't want to know about. If it's coming from a place of humility, it's not something that you want to spread the word about. So putting it on social media actually negates the humility that he was attempting to display. And the deeper meaning behind the message was, it's not a situation that we have to do things, it's that we get to. And that the overall message was positive. But that thought, that kind of made me think of, how do I present myself when I'm in public, or when I'm doing these videos or doing anything else? Am I doing it from a place of humility and a place of willingness, or am I doing it to serve my own ego? So that was a nice reminder for me, and it's actually been really irritating me the last day. But now I'm starting to see with a broader perspective of how it can affect, how it can play into what I do and how I present myself. So it was a good learning opportunity, because I was open and willing. And then when I see these flaws and weaknesses, that's a difficult one for me, because they're not essentially flaws or weaknesses. They're only flaws or weaknesses as compared to somebody else. We can have standards for ourselves, but at the end of the day, they're unconscious actions for me. They're not flaws or weaknesses, they're just unconscious actions. And the more I make them conscious, the better I become as a whole, as a human. So, as more of a being rather than just a human. So it's just being open to everything and attached to nothing allows humility to sit in that space, and gives me the opportunity to consistently learn. The second I think I'm an expert, I think I know everything, is the second I die spiritually. I can't pretend like I know all the answers, because I certainly do not. And another thing is disidentifying with my belief systems. If I go by what I believe, that's taking spirit out of it altogether. Now, if I believe in something on one side, that means I disbelieve in something on the other side, which means it's coming from a place of ignorance. But by believing something means I don't believe something else, which is pure ignorance, because it's coming from a place of ego again. It's coming from a place of it's a thought process, and thoughts come and go. They change all the time, and they're not they're conditioned thoughts most of the time. It's nothing new. It's a memory of what I've learned in the past. So if I make that a belief system, then I don't leave myself open to new possibilities. So letting go of old beliefs, habits, attitudes is really important also for me to continue to learn and to maintain humility. So there it is, March 14th. See you next time.